All right, yeah, so here we go. I've been scratching my head of who is Khamzat going to fight. I thought for sure. I mean, I think everybody was thinking it was going to be Colby Covington at 170. That's the fight that makes the most sense right there. There's both wrestlers. Khamzat a little bit bigger, stronger wrestler. I was looking forward to breaking down that fight, and just everybody I know was just talking about that fight. But as far as everybody who's in MMA, Twitter, everybody was talking about that matchup. But now he's talking about going up to 185. Threw us a little curveball. Said he wants to fight Paulo Costa. So that fight right there, I mean, it definitely makes sense because they had a little beef during the whole fight week with when he was originally going to fight Nate Diaz and ended up fighting Kevin Holland. But yeah, that's just fight doesn't really make sense to me. Like I don't. I mean, I get it. They had a little bit of beef. Unless he actually is going to move up to 185 and stay there, or is he going to fight both? Is he going to go back and forth, 170, 185? Maybe he doesn't want to cut weight again. Maybe we need more weight classes. I don't know, 175. I mean, whatever. He might have made that. I mean, I think just every 10 pounds. I don't know. It's kind of weird the way it is. 170, then 185, then 205, and then it just jumps up to, whatever, 210 to fucking 265. So it's kind of ridiculous, but maybe more weight cuts. But that fight I was looking forward to. I mean, this fight, obviously there was some beef there, and Costa saying he was running scared. Oh, I seen his eyes. He looked scared and all this shit. And he's a big ass dude. So would Khamzat be able to manhandle him the way he has manhandled everybody at 170? I don't think so. But at the same time, Costa's gas tank might not be the best, and he might not be he's kind of a slow starter. He's not the most aggressive, but he has a lot of power, and I feel like he could take a shot. I don't think Khamzat's going to be able to overwhelm him with his punching power and striking power. So I think he would be able to do something there, and he's good at jiu-jitsu. He's known how to handle wrestlers. We've all seen Khamzat manhandle Jack Hermanson, the Joker, in that grappling match. I think he beat him like 12-0 or whatever he was. You could tell he was a better, stronger grappler. In that exchange, in that moment, whatever. I mean, who knows? They're rolling. You could tell he just had better skill, a little bit better. But Costa's a big ass dude too. It's not like he's, one thing with Khamzat, he's just like an overgrown Khabib. He's bigger than everybody in that division basically that he's facing right now. So it's like, he goes up in weight. I don't know what Paulo Costa is, like 6'1", 6'2". He's a big guy, so he's definitely not going to be pushed around and just taken down that easily by Khamzat. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's a good matchup, but there's so many fights at 170 for Khamzat that I'm disappointed. Like we'll have to wait for because Colby is the matchup to make. I think he's the worst matchup for Colby and Gilbert Burns. I mean, those are the two matchups I think he does the best with. I mean, Colby, it is almost a 50-50 fight because I still feel like Colby's pace and he's a great wrestler himself. So, and he can wrestle for 5 rounds. So, but I don't feel like he has as much power as Khamzat, not as strong maybe. So, he might not get those takedowns until later rounds. I can see him maybe doing like he started taking over the Usman fight a little bit that second fight. Or just being more volume and being the old Kobe, just putting on a pace. If he could do that, then he has a good chance to win. But if it comes down to just wrestling, I don't think he'll have a tough time taking down Khamzat. Khamzat's a lot bigger. He might be able to take down Kobe. Will he be able to keep Kobe down? Maybe not. I mean, I don't know. That's an interesting matchup. I mean, I think they're both. It's like I said, it's almost 50-50. Maybe a little favor to Khamzat just because of power and just because of strength. And just of being bigger. Kobe doesn't cut much weight to make 170, and Khamzat, I mean, he fights at, he's not even making weight at 170. So his last fight, so I mean, that's just an interesting matchup. So I get it. Maybe he just wants to take a break from cutting, and he's gonna fight someone he has a beef with. But Costa's a big boy, and he hits hard, and he nice kicks. I like his body kicks, been good. I mean, he trained with like Cejudo in that camp. I mean, they gotta just wrestle like crazy over there. So I mean, I don't know. It's a tough matchup I think for Khamzat because he's not going to be able to just outpower and overpower Costa, I don't think, and just take him down. But I don't know. I'd have to think about it more and see how he does against bigger guys. Maybe watch that Hermanson. But they're different body types too. Costa, even though he's tall, he's big, he's still just stocky and buff and like just strong. So I mean, it's a tough one. I mean, it's a tough one to call, but interesting fight. We'll see. I mean.